Hello everybody, welcome to episode 8 of Cut It Out. Today we have Speedoru, who's done Punch Punch Forever. You're a director, animator, voice actor, a lot of stuff. How you doing today?
I'm doing perfect. I'm doing fantastic.
Amazing to hear. I have an opener for you.
Okay.
Alright. Speedoru, would you rather have to pay for everything in pennies for the rest of your life, or have to use a pogo stick as your only method of transportation?
I was expecting these two to be connected in some way. These are unrelated. Pay for everything with pennies, or what was it, the pogo stick?
As your only method of transportation.
I go with pennies.
Why?
Pay everything with pennies. Because I always think it's funny when you're like at the store and you see like an old lady in front of you and she takes like an hour counting out every little penny to pay for something. So I think I'd like to do that too.
So
I'd like to be a nuisance. Well, I mean, the other reason also is if I'd like die if I try to use a pogo stick to navigate
on
everywhere.
Instant, like you just touch a pogo stick and you're dead.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Listen, okay, go on. Let's get some real questions.
No,
all right?
no, we're not done. We're not done on this.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Because think about the amount of pennies you're gonna have to hold at all times on you. You're gonna have to like a dedicated backpack.
That's fine.
You know
how does this play in? How would this play into like paying animators that I get to help with my stuff? Do I have to travel to like Chile and pay them in person with pennies?
Either that, or you just stop paying them. That's the good way to do it. Or shipping it, maybe.
Oh yeah, I just stop paying them. That's cool. I can do that.
A box.
That'd be way easier.
Box of pennies. I think everyone would prefer that.
Yeah. Exposure, bro.
Yeah,
I'm paying you an exposure.
Yeah, exactly. Recognition. That's perfect. On to real questions now. I rewatched all your videos on Newgrounds for this interview.
Oh my god.
You posted, I think, 55 videos, like originals. What's your favorite?
My favorite cartoon that I've ever made?
Yeah.
I mean, the easy answer is just saying like Punch Punch Forever, but
come on,
I'm trying to think of like something stupider. I think the Hey Homa video is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hey Homa.
That's a gem. Was that like your favorite to animate too, or is that just your favorite?
I'd say well that video like took a day, so yeah, okay. it was the easiest to animate of anything I've made. Another one I would say like a more honest one would probably be the Naruto video, the Naruto final episode one.
Yeah.
There's something about that style of humor where it's just like people trying to make a movie and just everything is going wrong, deliberately making it look as shitty as possible. There's like a part where like I think one of the guys gets tripped up and he flies across the screen and there's like the most obvious green screen artifacting around them, which is just such a funny thing to put in an animation.
It is.
So that kind of humor just always makes me cackle. I think of like stuff like if you've seen like Black Dynamite, I always that movie is like so many shots where like the boom mic is deliberately in the shot and stuff like that. That stuff just always makes me laugh. It always tickles me pink. So I think
what
that's another one.
What saying is that? What? Tickles
what,
me
tickle
pink?
me pink? I don't know.
What do you guys say in Ireland? That's
I don't think that's an Irish expression. I thought that was a worldwide.
No, I've never heard
they say that in America.
Ever.
Oh, sorry.
No. Why?
Even I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
I guess it means it tickles you so much that your face goes pink.
Okay.
From giggling.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Very chucklesome.
I never thought about it before.
Yeah. The difference with like your old animations is it was like so colorful. Like you had like the shading and everything. It's still very colorful, but like oh my god, I love them so much.
Very saturated, I would say the colors are.
Were there any like animations or animators or artists that inspired that kind of style?
Like the early stuff?
Yeah.
I think probably the obvious, like Oni and Egoraptor and all that, but I think the main one at the time was Gonzo SSM, who did stuff like Toss the Turtle.
Yeah.
I think that was the main inspiration. But over the years, obviously, I pulled from more sources. I was getting inspired more from like anime and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of smoothed down into a lot more palatable look.
Yeah. So do you have like certain animes that you really, really love?
I'm trying not to. Listen, I'm a big
Yeah,
shot.
come
All
on
right,
now.
I've done a few podcasts. I've done like 3 podcasts.
Tell me your favorite anime. Come on.
So I'm just trying not to say the same ones over and over again. I always say Akira. I mean, that's like that made me want to animate to begin with. Akira. I don't know. I mean, just in recent years, I think I've been looking more at stuff like Dr. Slump and early Dragon Ball. Just more like 80s and early 90s anime in general. Not just for like Punch, but just my stuff in general. Always trying to find ways to make kind of more limited animation appealing, instead of trying, having a character running around and animating it like 15 unique frames. How can I do this?
You got it.
How can I do this? How can I just do this with like 4 frames and make it still look good and appealing? So I think old anime is as much as like stuff like Studio Trigger stuff, Panty and Stocking, Kill la Kill, all that stuff. I think old anime was also pretty good at that. I think like the early to mid 80s, they got good at like using very limited animation.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff was pretty low budget, so they had to make do with what they had. And
exactly. Does that so how fast do you think it takes you to make like on average an animation?
It varies. I'd say in general for like I just this past month, as we record this on the 28th of July, 2025. For the past month, I've been working on something that was about like a minute and a half or so of unique animation, and that took basically the month. I always, in my mind, it's always like a minute per month is how it works. It doesn't always work like that, obviously. But I'd say generally it takes about like at least 3 to 4 weeks for like a minute of animation of like middling, not too over the top crazy animation, but not something like Hey Homa. Yeah. Something like Hey Homa that took a day because there's like practically no animation in it. So
do you like record yourself as reference when you're animating stuff?
Oh yeah. Wait, no, you mean like for motion?
Yeah. What did you think I was talking about?
I thought you meant like the audio.
Oh,
like I record rough audio of myself for the dialogue, but for not really. I feel like I must have at least once, but I would do it sometimes for when I'm drawing my art on Twitter and Newgrounds. There's been a few, and most of the time I'm drawing like pretty girls. There's been a number of times where I've been like doing a pose and then drawing over, using that as a reference. I pose of myself, this bald Irish man, and then using that as a reference to make like a pretty cute girl. I am. Don't sound too disgusted.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god. we gotta cut this short, man.
Listen, you had Palo on a few episodes ago. He's got more than enough hair for the rest of us.
Yeah, he can share.
There you go.
You'd love Pinterest. They have lots of posing like stuff on there too.
Oh yeah. I use that from time to time. I like looking at like old fashion magazines and stuff here and there, just for poses and stuff.
Catching up, reading them.
Sometimes I just like have an idea in my head where it's like, I just want this exact pose. I'm like looking at, typing it in Google, reference, crouching, bending forward towards the camera, all this stuff, trying to find, and eventually I'm just like, I give up. I'm just gonna
make it.
Take a picture, a horrid picture of myself. I can't even bear to look at the picture half the time. I'm like, ugh, look at that. So yeah.
That's passion. That's passion. You gotta release those someday. Patreon.
No.
Patreon.
I delete them immediately the second they're no longer needed.
Do you have a dream project or person you'd want to work with someday?
Dream project to some degree. Punch already is.
Come on.
To go higher than that, for animation, not really. I mean the ever-present dream project that every wee baby boy has is like, I want to make a video game. Yeah. So I do have like one or two like pie in the sky, never gonna happen in a million years dream projects. Maybe we can talk about them now. I mean, there's like a 0 chance they're gonna come to fruition, but it's still fun to spitball about them.
Is it a punch game? I was gonna ask about that.
I would do like a punch. Well, I think like Punch Punch did kind of start as a game. That was like the original idea. It was going to be very basic. It was going to be basically a flash game tier, simple thing. But I think now, I don't know if I do that anymore. If I were to make a Punch Punch for every game now, it would have to be like a fighting game.
Yeah.
But I think fighting games in like current day is like a very it basically boils down to, if it's not Street Fighter or Tekken or Mortal Kombat, then it's like it's doomed to fail.
Yeah,
if you've seen that which was like big properties, Batman and Scooby-Doo and all this shit all in this game, and it still kind of had to shut down. I don't know if you heard of that game Fatal Fury, which is the one that had fucking Cristiano Ronaldo in it as a playable character. That game, they like pumped millions and millions into the advertising for that game. It was advertised at like WrestleMania, the biggest wrestling event of the year. It was advertised on buses in London. They have fucking one of the most popular sports people in the game as a playable character.
Exactly.
And it's still kind of flopped. It still failed, and it's like kind of heartbreaking in a way.
Yeah.
So like, I think if I were to make a Punch Punch for a game, I'd have to really like, I don't know, it would have to be very small scale. I've always imagined it would be like, it would visually look like a PS1 game or like a Sega Saturn game, like low poly. And I think I'd probably, even though it'd be a fighting game, I'd still like to put like a really heavy focus into like single player content or something, because I don't know, clearly fighting games just isn't really as, even though when you have games like Street Fighter, it seems like it's such a big genre, but I guess it isn't really. It's pretty niche in the grand scheme of things. So like,
maybe
I don't know,
a miracle will happen. Change the industry. Come on.
Maybe the Punch Punch for a video game will change the industry. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
in the future. Will it be based on like the actual episodes, or would it be completely new enemies or environments?
I think. I mean, again, this is never gonna happen.
This
game
right now. You're making it right now as we speak.
I'm making it, manifesting into people's brains right now.
Yeah, this is marketing.
If I ever get to that point, I'd like to imagine that I have enough episodes out that would be, enough characters to kind of fill up a roster. Yeah, God, I've taught way too long about this game that's never gonna happen. Believe me.
It will happen. Come on.
I wouldn't even remotely want. Like, I just want it to be like a dumb shit post fighting game. Like, I just want it to be stupid, appealing to like people that don't really care about fighting games, that would still want to play it just because it's so dumb, and maybe it wouldn't be too overly complex. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's. We'll see. He says.
We'll see. You have like an audience for it already, and indie games, I feel like it's different. I don't know. They have a lot of dedicated followings. You got it.
I don't know. It would have to be. I think even it would still be a fighting game, but it would still have to be something very. I mean, it has a good audience, Punch Punch, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still relatively niche. And to make a fighting game based on that is already super niche. So it's like cutting the audience down so much. It'd have to be something very, I don't know, palatable. Like I said, it'd have to have like a lot of single player fun stuff that anyone can jump into. I don't know. I don't know.
No, that's sick though. So have you done game like development, or because you've worked on a few Newgrounds stuff with like art assets?
Yeah, that's probably the be all and end all of my. I did do like software engineering in college, and I didn't understand a fucking bit of it. I didn't understand 1 second of being in that class, and I was in it for like 3 years. I don't know what happened.
No one learns anything from college, from what I've learned.
That's true. Yeah, it was. I'm just not. I don't have the brain for that sort of thing. So I'd have to be. If I were to be involved with a game again, it'd have to be exclusively like art, animation side of things, design work, etc. The fun stuff.
Exactly. No one likes coding. Have you done music?
Boring. Oh, I do make music. I make all the background music for Punch Punch episodes.
Really?
I do. I don't. The theme song was obviously made by a proper J-pop producer.
You did really good singing in that. I loved your.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you did.
But
really good.
all the background music is myself. But I'm not. I think I have fun composing music, but I'm not good at like the technical side of things. I'm not good at like mixing and mastering and equalization, all that stuff. So I kind of make the music. It's like I'm making it with the knowledge that it's going to be buried under dialogue and sound effects and stuff.
Yeah.
So I do have the audio. I do have the music posted, isolated on my Newgrounds page on the audio tab if people wanted to hear it. But yeah, like I said, it's I don't know. It's quite basic from a production, from a mixing, mastering, etc. standpoint.
And how'd you learn how to do that? Was it just like on a whim, or was it did you have friends help you out? Wow, I stuttered a lot. Wow.
No, I guess I gradually figured it out myself. The first experience I had with making music was Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero had like one of the Guitar Hero games had a mode where you could make your own song.
Oh,
and I just had so much fun doing that, making cool, epic pop punk songs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when I got my own computer, I just was like, the first thing I wanted to do was get like a music program and just kind of figure out how to do it myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it started from Guitar Hero.
Wow.
There you go.
Do you sing as well? Because you do voice acting for like a lot of your animations. Do you ever plan on like singing next?
This is oh man, gulp. This is kind of nerve-wracking. There is like a music project I've been like making on the side. It's freaking pop punk, dude. And I do sing in it. I'm like,
oh my god.
I have a whole bunch of demos done, but I'm not ready to take the next step and get it like actually produced.
Oh my god, that's
I don't know.
awesome.
It's a bit nerve-wracking, you know. Let me post my cringe epic. I don't think it's that cringe. It's a bit cringe. I don't think it's that cringe. But yeah, I don't know. That might come to fruition. I think the reason why I'm a bit nervous is because it's like releasing, like it's music is like one of the art forms that's like the most subjective, and people, I don't know. I feel like if I release a new drawing or a new animation, it's cool, whatever. If I release a pop punk song with me singing on it, it's like, what the fuck is this? People are gonna. It's just like knowing that I'm gonna make something that people aren't gonna like.
But
I don't know.
Everyone's gonna love it.
What, when you put it that way?
Yeah, everyone's gonna love it. Come on.
We'll see. I might test the waters and put out one song like before the year is out, just to see.
Yeah.
And then if everyone is like, this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard, well, there you go. I'll just stick to making Punch Forever music. Yeah.
So do you, like, before you release content, do you get nervous about, like, oh my god, how are people gonna feel about this? Or is it just like, full send it, I don't care anymore?
A mix of both. I definitely, I mean, I do, obviously. Well, when it comes to drawings and stuff, not really. But when it comes to like something like a Punch, something that I've spent months and months on, it's a little bit nerve-wracking thinking. Like, I really was fully convinced people were not gonna. I shouldn't say everyone was gonna hate the new episode, but I was really convinced like people were gonna think, this one's not. This is the worst.
Why?
I don't like. This is my least favorite. I don't know. It's just. I think, that episode, I was like beating my head against the wall with that episode in particular for so long. Just rewriting the script over and over. And it just gets to a point where you're working on a script for like months and you're just like, I don't even know if this is funny anymore.
Yeah.
And as well as the fact, like also the subject matter of, episode 3 is very wrestling focused. And I just inherently am like, there's just people that just don't care about wrestling.
Show. Why do you think people would be interested in that?
I don't know. Well,
listen,
it's a general martial arts show. It's completely different. I don't know. When you put it like that, it is kind of stupid that I thought that way. But still, I couldn't help but think that way. But like,
yeah,
people aren't gonna like this for whatever reason.
So do you write all your scripts and then make the episodes? You don't have like a planned out storyline for like a season, or?
Not particularly. I just have very loose ideas of what the next episodes are. Because the idea with Punch Forever is, it's in the name. Could go on forever.
Yeah.
Probably won't. I will die at some point, so it's gonna have to come
forever. Yeah.
But maybe I'll sell out and sell it to someone after my death, and it'll be turned into a content for. No.
Oh my god.
yeah. I mean, the idea was always to make it just like this episodic thing. It's like they're fighting in the infinite tournament, so that also practically goes on forever. So there isn't really I have a vague idea if I were to do like a final episode, but that might not be for another 15 plus years. Who knows? Who knows? So I'm just, like I said, I just have like a vague ideas of the next like 5 or 6 episodes, and I just kind of really start writing them when I get to them. So yeah, I'm flying by the seat of my pants a little bit.
Yeah. Do you have like a set amount of episodes you want to do?
Nah.
Just figuring it out as you go.
Yeah. It's very hard to visualize the thought of like Punch Forever episode 41 coming out.
One Piece. I don't know. You got it.
I'm referencing the Palo interview again that he did, where he said like he's going to finish it after episode 10, Spooky Month, or at least that's the plan. I'm kind of in the same boat where it's like if I can at least get to episode 10, I guess I'd be satisfied. But I don't know. I don't foresee myself wanting to end it at episode 10 either. But I don't know. I guess I'll keep the goal relatively like 10 to 15 episodes for now.
Got you.
And we'll just see. We'll see what happens.
Will the characters get like older as the show progresses, or is it just set age like Simpsons?
I think set age. Although the idea of doing like Punch Forever Z, Go-Go's an adult. Is kind of funny. I don't know. That if I were to do that, that would be like a one-off episode, maybe like a flash forward. Or the whole idea of the show is that it's like a real anime and they're lost tapes. So maybe the next episode he pops in episode 500 by accident and it's way in the future. I don't know. I could play around with that, but I think generally everyone will kind of stay the same age.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the designs of Punch? Because you said it's based off like arcade games in another interview. But their designs are like completely original.
Yeah. I mean, so for like Nono, that's like a character that I was drawing for years and years as a human, and then like a year before I made Punch, or like, well, I was already developing Punch, but like a year before episode 1 came out, I'm just like, now she's a demon.
Yeah.
But it's just like a process of slowly developing these characters. Well, it's funny because like characters like Go-Go and Nono were sort of worked on over the years. I was designing them for like an entirely different series before I actually made Punch. But then Mama, I designed like literally in one go. I just like drew her, and I was like, that's it. That's the final design. So it's a bit of a toss up with like the new with episode 3, and I think onward. There's another artist called Spanky Draws that I'm collaborating with, and he's like helping out design characters. So like, it's I'm finally opening up to the idea of like having other people kind of involved at that level, and it's really cool because like the designs wind up so much better. Like the design of Mika, the girl with the wolf coat in episode 3,
my God, that was so far.
That's a design that went through so many iterations, and like it wouldn't have came out anywhere near as cool as I think it did if not for having Spanky on board. So
do you have like concept art of the characters?
I do.
They were made? Have you planned on like releasing it?
Well, for episode 3, I did like a big Newgrounds. There's a big news post on Newgrounds on my page, which is like a big, massive 7,000 word essay. But I do have some concept art. I always post concept art to my Patreon too.
Yeah, exclusive.
Plug.
Yep, plug your Patreon. Plug your Patreon.
Patreon.com/Speedoru.
Yeah.
Yeah, for every episode I put out, I release all the corresponding concept art and sketches I make for it. And for episode 1, I included all the shit. Like there's like a rough animation test that I did when Punch was still gonna be a game.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, like, stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's out there somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, you just gotta subscribe.
That's true.
Were you nervous with like bringing more people on? You were talking earlier, and it seemed like you were against having more people on the project.
I don't know. I wouldn't say against necessarily, but just like I've always been very much. I just like to do everything myself. because I never really had anyone else help with animation on anything I made.
Yeah.
Practically up to that point, there was like one music video I did where it's like the deadline was so tight that I had to get one or two other animators on board, and that was like the only time. That was like 2021.
Yeah, wasn't that like a month deadline for like?
Yeah, that was
the. Talking about that in oh my god, I forgot. But a podcast.
God Save the Music.
Yeah.
The God Save the Music video I did. That was the one that had like a month deadline. It was very incredibly tight for a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
So I had to get other people involved. It just wouldn't have been possible otherwise. But that was my first time getting other people involved with like animation and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 2021. That was like 9 years after starting animating online.
Yeah. How was that experience of like learning curve? Did you learn anything from that, like directing wise, or?
I think I was just like, I was always a bit apprehensive just because, like, you know, having other people involved, it's like, I don't know, are they going to be able to match my art style perfectly? Is it going to be seamless? Or is it going to be really obvious when someone else takes over? But I think I've realized, like episode 1 of Punch Punch, I still did basically all the animation myself.
Mm-hmm.
But episode 2 and 3 is when I had other animators help out, and I think the general viewing audience do not really notice or care, I don't think.
No, or maybe you can't even tell.
Yeah, or maybe just, you know, even more leeway is given just because, well, it's an indie YouTube animation.
Yeah, typically they have big teams, so.
Yeah, so I think realizing that, it's like, yeah, it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. The end result is still really great, and it winds up being better than I thought. You know, because I now have like some people doing shots, doing like rough animation shots of like some of the action scenes that I would never have been capable of doing. So having help like that is like, oh shit, like now we can really, you know, the quality is much more amped up than what I was able to do by myself.
Yeah, and go all out.
Yeah.
So, do you have like favorite scenes to animate then? Like, do you like animating fight scenes, silly expressions? What's your favorite thing to animate?
I think I like to animate fight scenes in theory. But then you actually do them and you're like, no, why'd I do this to myself? I think, I don't know, I can't really think of like what is my favorite thing or action or thing to animate. I guess I like animating big, crazy movements of like, I don't know, like a character flying all over the sky or something. Because you don't have to worry as much about like keeping the character perfectly in proportion. I think I always say that like I feel like people that maybe don't really know much about animation probably assume that just having a character slightly turn their head or just waving an arm is probably really easy. But it's like the opposite way around. Where doing that small movement stuff is actually the most mind-numbing and quite difficult. Whereas having a character just fly all over the screen, it's like way easier. It's way more relaxing. Yeah, you don't have to worry so much about keeping everything perfectly in line. Totally. It's like they're flying all over the screen. They're gonna be here for like one frame, and then they're the opposite end of the screen for another frame. So yeah, I suppose that would be my favorite thing to animate. Just complete nonsense flying all over the place.
Exactly, being silly. So would your least favorite thing to animate be like small movements, like you said, or is it like lip syncing?
I don't mind lip syncing. It's actually quite fun because that's like one of the last things I do. It's like the final finishing touch. But like small character movements, just like slow, somewhat realistic character movements when you really want to convey some like weight of like a character struggling to lift up something or I don't know, something like that. I can imagine would be horrible. God, I'm thinking about the idea of like animating a car moving or like a car turning around or like the camera rotating around a building or something like that would be hell on earth, I think.
You don't animate like robotic stuff?
Oh Jesus, no. Not in a million years.
What are some of your current goals within animation?
I don't really have any like major goals other than to just kind of keep going.
Yeah.
Keep making
stuff.
Keep it up. Yeah, like I said, like there's no super solid set in stone thing for Punch Punch. It's just like I'll just keep making videos, try to get to like 10 or 15 episodes and see how I feel, and keep going from there. I have small ideas for like other things I might do beyond Punch Punch, or like other original potential series ideas, but I don't think they would be like any more. They wouldn't be like crazy upscaled from Punch. Like Punch Punch is, at the end of the day, it's still a pretty fun and easy to make little internet web show, and I don't think I have any more delusions of grandeur beyond that. Like even if I were to do new series, they'd still be kind of on that level. They wouldn't be like this big network thing with hundreds of people working on it. Nothing like that.
So if Punch Punch were to be picked up by or offered to be picked up by a bigger studio, would you decline?
I think I like vaguely alluded to this in one of the previous podcasts I did, but now I think I'm a lot more comfortable in just talking smack.
Yeah.
So I don't think I mentioned this at all. I was approached at the end of, like, towards the back half of last year, after episode 2 came out, from this kind of smaller company that was like, they had like a pretty low stakes deal where it's like, hey, we just really love what you're doing, and they were genuine. The guy was talking to me, like, he really genuinely cared about Punch Punch, and he's just like, hey, we're a small company, but we've like connections with Netflix and etc. And we just want to basically shop around Punch Punch on your behalf. And I was like, sure, okay. I don't have to do much, and we'll just kind of I'll just get a feel for it and see how it goes. And I just let him off, and do that. And like every so often, he just hit me back with some emails saying like, hey, yeah, we pitched to Netflix UK and they were interested. Or we pitched to Crunchyroll and they weren't interested for whatever reason. And I was just getting a feel of it. But like as time went on, I think they like set up. There was like one network who I'm just not. I'll be vague. That were really interested in Punch Punch. This is like a proper TV network, and I was like, "Fuck," like if I go through this meeting, and it's still at the end of the day, it was they just set up a pitch meeting. It wasn't like fucking greenlit or anything, but it was still like a moment of like, man, this could really happen if I go through with this. But I just had this like fucking sinking feeling in my stomach, and part of me is like, is that just my general anxiety, or do I really not want to do this? And in the end, I talked to a few other people that have like worked worked in the animation industry professionally, that work on network shows. Somehow I've over the years there's been like pretty big network animators and stuff that have found me and followed me on Twitter, so I was able to just like hit them up, just like ask them like, hey, what would you do if you were in my shoes? And I don't know if I should say who, but like I did talk to some people that had really valuable insight, that worked on some pretty big animated series that came out over the last few years. And like one of them was like, listen, dude, you're gonna have to like offset like 80% of the work that you love doing on Punch Punch to other people, no matter how much of a showrunner you are and how close you are to the project. You're still going to have to give up like 80% of the work that you do. Probably like for a lot of people, something like Smiling Friends is kind of like an example of like, oh, you can clearly tell this is like Zach Hadel and Michael Cusack's baby. You can tell their fingerprints are all over it, but like they still have to, I think, even as much as that clearly is their project, and how much input they have at every level, like they're not just writing it and doing the voice acting, but they're still like on the ground level doing animation work for every episode, I think. They still have to offset a lot of that work to animation studios and stuff. And I don't know, I especially with a project like Punch Punch, it's kind of a weird thing. It's a little bit less,
it'd definitely be tricky to do, matching that style.
I just was like, after talking to like these people, and like a lot of them were like saying, dude, I think you would be way happier just keeping it indie. And like, if you were to make it a network show, you'd have your name, effectively your name in lights. You'd be doing panels at like there was just Comic-Con the past couple days.
Yeah.
You'd be advertised on TV. What a crazy world! But you'd be like, you'd have more of a managerial role, and to me that just like sucks. Like, as laborious and long of a process as it is to make Punch and stuff like that, I do genuinely love it. I love every facet of it. I like being the guy that's doing most of the cleanup. I like making the music. I like everything. I like every step of it. Again, as laborious as it can be.
That's how it should be. So, like, and you can tell.
Exactly.
You can tell there's like so much love behind it. It's so good.
Yeah, and I'm glad that that comes through.
Yeah.
So like I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I think I'll pass. And and
so
that's
that you never did
the
pitch either.
Nah. I was like, oh, fuck it. No. I'm not gonna like every update I got from that guy that was like, oh, this network is interested. I wasn't feeling any happier. I was just feeling worse, if anything. I was like, man, so I think I just really don't fucking want to do that.
Yeah, trust your gut.
That being said, I think the problem is that it's Punch, and like that's such my personal pet project. So like now I'll be even more vague. There is like another completely unrelated thing. I was approached by like a different network.
Yeah.
For something way different, and it's just like they just want me to pitch something, and I think it would be a different project than Punch, and I think that's something where it's like I'm a little bit more open to it.
Yeah.
If I do a project that I'm like maybe a little bit less married to, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like getting like a grip of like how to direct and stuff like that with Punch. So it's a warm up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like this might not amount to much anyways. You know, I might go through the whole process again and be like, nah, I don't want, you know, thanks for the offer, but I don't want to continue with this. I might do that again. You know, who knows, in 20 years time, I might be like, nah, fuck it, I'll try again and do a network show.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just like, I think I'm just way happier keeping it as an indie thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So you were talking about like cons and stuff like that. Do you want to go to a con someday and like have your own booth set up?
I don't know. Whenever I think about it, I'm like, nah, no way. I've never been to a con.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know if it's my scene. I don't know if I could do the booth thing, the artist booth. I think I'd get too
overwhelmed,
or just like, oh, that person walked by and didn't buy anything. I think I'd take it too personally. I would if I'm imagining no one buying anything from my booth, and I'd just be like, no, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I think that would cut me deeper.
Your booth. People would definitely buy from your booth.
Well, I don't know. I can't help it. I can't help think the way I do.
Yeah.
I just think, no one's going to be interested. I'm going to waste my time.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Like everything, we'll see.
And that would require a face reveal too, because you're faceless, right?
Kind of. Yeah, I guess so.
People would find out you're bald.
It's true. I'll just
wear a wig.
Wear a big obvious wig or something.
Yeah, exactly. This is my natural hair.
Yeah, there you go. Or just draw it on.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Yeah.
Draw my hair
on. With like Punch, I guess it's like technically mixed media because you have like actual people cameos in it from the legend himself. But do you plan on adding more mixed media into it? Like 3D animation, clay stuff?
Yeah. Like I was already just there's probably gonna be like stop motion and stuff in the next episode.
Oh my god, that's so sick. Stuff.
I think I there was gonna be like more in episode 3, but I kind of deliberately held back because I don't want to overdo it at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, there would be more. I think I'll play around with more stuff in the future, but I'll try and be tasteful with it.
Yeah. Have you done stop motion animation?
Not me. No. This is like another animation team that kind of do stop motion stuff on their own YouTube channel, and they're like reaching out, and like their stuff looks really cool. I guess I don't know. I won't say. Just in case plans change, but their stuff looks really cool. So we could probably expect a little bit of that in the next episode. I think for the little eye catches, the little the things before and after the little commercial breaks
Yeah.
in Punch Punch. That's like a good area to put, different types of media.
Exactly.
There was already like the claymation stuff from Crispy Boat in episode 1 for his eye catch. So yeah.
I was thinking about how sick a stop motion like battle would be. You could do so much with a character like that.
One of my absolute here's a project that's never gonna happen.
Okay.
Here's a pie in the sky with regards to Punch Punch. One of my dreams is to make like an entirely live action episode, just getting a bunch of actors dressed up. I'd want to go to Japan. I want to do it in Japan.
Yeah. Do you know Japanese?
I think I know like 5 words.
Okay.
No, I know. I studied for a few months back in 2017. I know a little bit.
Duolingo?
Oh no. But yeah, that's one idea. Yeah.
That would be sweet.
We'll see.
Why is that a never idea?
I don't know. It just seems
probably be pretty hard to replicate, but it would be so good, especially as like a solo episode even.
I'm just imagining how much work would go into that, even as like it wouldn't be. I wouldn't want it to be like a really good production. I'd want it to look shitty.
Yeah,
I'd want it to look like really bad cosplays. I'd want like a wrestler to be Cool Frog, just paint him green in his underwear. Like I want stuff like that. I just record it on a fucking video camera in an alleyway somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think that could be funny to do one day. It's not impossible, but
it could even be just like a small scene in an already animated episode.
It could, but I feel like if I actually were to go the effort of fucking flying out to Japan and getting people, anyway, I'd make the most of it. So it'd probably be like a full episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm
saying we'll see for all these things that are never gonna happen.
We'll see. It's coming out.
We'll see.
Trust.
Any day now.
You're gonna get like emails now. I'm an actor. Come over. I want to record.
Here's my resume.
Yeah, exactly. I was shocked you had your DMs open. You've probably received like awful messages. That's insane.
I've received so many DMs from hot babes in my area.
Yeah. Steven here.
Click this link for my Bitcoin. I received lots of those DMs.
Invest.
But I mean, like the people that the stop motion people, like they just. It's good to leave the DMs open because you have artists like that that just hit you up and it's like, oh shit, your stuff is really cool. I'd never seen it before, and now you're probably gonna work on the next episode. So
everyone watching this, message Speedoru right now with your emails. He's definitely accepting.
My favorite DMs to get are people when they just say, "Hey," or
"Hi.
"I have a question," and then they don't follow it up. Those are my favorite DMs. So send me loads of them, please.
It's so ominous. Listen, that's reply is how you get a reply. You just don't ask the question. You have to respond and no.
I ignore every single one of those. I have a question. Too bad. You should have asked it in the first post.
Be like me. Get like a bunch of questions, then do an interview. That's how you do it. That's how I did. I just said I have a lot of questions. I DM'd and I said call me.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happened?
I think I was more professional than that. I didn't just say like, "Hey, call me." I don't think I would have got a response. Call me right now. It's an emergency.
An emergency.
Speedoru, I need you right now. Pick up the phone. Would you do it?
No, I'd block you. Get away.
Back on like Punch Punch.
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite character in Punch Punch? I'm putting you on the spot. Don't say the frog,
my favorite
because that's basically you.
Oh yeah, my actual favorite character is Gogo. My second favorite character is Emperor Koro, but he is my least favorite to animate because he's such a big, clunky design. So he's a bit of a pain in the ass to animate. Oh no, he's just a lot of awkward shapes.
Yeah.
So for episode 3. Most of the shots of him are ones I gave to other animators. I didn't want to animate him.
That's
probably bad. That's probably bad.
Give them
3
the
episodes in, and I'm already sick of animating one of the characters. Oh, I don't want to animate him. Give it to somebody else.
I hate animating.
I did a good few of the shots myself of him.
Yeah.
But he can be a bit of a pain in the ass to animate him.
Complete like redesign. Just make him 3D in the future episodes.
Just redesign. Just make a handsome, conventionally attractive anime boy.
There you go.
There you go.
He already is. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's true. Oh man. Oh boy. I've seen a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I'm surprised at the amount I've seen compared to like the No or Mama. It's like, why is there an equal amount of hot porn of Emperor Koro?
Why are you
What's going on?
Why are you against repost?
I'm not against
repost.
I'm fully accepting. Of those beautiful artworks I've seen.
You have a very comfortable fan base.
That's true.
Do you read like comments on videos?
Well, I went through a period for long. I think when I started animating at first, I would like read every comment. You know, and then as the years go by, as you get more and more eyes on you, you get more comments like, "This fucking sucks. You're unfunny. Delete your channel." So then we see those comments. It's like, I think I'll stop reading the comments for a while.
Yeah.
So there was a good few years where I didn't really read comments at all. But in like the last couple of years, I don't know if I've got thicker skin or I'm more accepting and just know that people are just not going to like this and they're going to think it's unfunny. So I'm a bit more prepared for it, I guess. But I have been reading, well, not like YouTube comments too much, but like Twitter replies and posts about it, Newgrounds reviews. I'm watching more like reaction videos. I used to never be able to watch
Sir Halo. Like
I couldn't. I don't know. It's just like it's like such a brutal, immediate video of like seeing what jokes work and what don't.
Yeah.
And like, I really thought that joke was funny, and no one's laughed at it in any reaction videos. But I think, I don't know, something about like making Punch Punch, I was more excited to see people's reactions to it, and so I've been doing that more. It's pretty funny.
Have you gotten any like criticisms where it's like, oh, I'll think about this one from people reacting to it?
Probably the one I always kind of forget is like with the subtitles. You know, it's a subtitle show.
Yeah.
And my humor is very fast paced and very, quick, constant joke or visual gag. And like having that with a subtitle show is like something I'm like, fuck, I need to pace myself a bit better, because like there's some lines where like the subtitle goes by so quick. Like that's something even I noticed myself when I was making episode 3. There's like a couple lines where I'm like, oh, this goes by so quick. I should have paced that out better. But like putting in subtitles is like usually the very last thing I do. So like it's always too late to fix it. So I that's one thing that I really always need to try and be more careful of.
Yeah. With
future episodes. Yeah.
And how was it working with like Japanese voice actors and a whole team with that? Is it more difficult to animate? How'd you find them?
I think it's more fun to animate, because like I always like I'll record rough audio myself for every episode in English, and then I'll send it off to the Japanese dubbing team. And the way it comes back is always going to be a little bit different than what I expected. So like I find myself having to animate certain movements and character movements differently, because I wasn't expecting the line to like their delivery to like jump up the line at the end there, or whatever. Like one for episode 3, I got like Maki Ito, who's this professional wrestler, to voice Mika. And like her voice delivery on a couple of lines were like so funny and unexpected. I'm trying to remember the line off the top of my head. It's like it's something like, "What good are these sorry ass fingers to me now?" And she's like holding the what's his fucking, I forget the characters' names already. Yubisaku, the blue twin, his broken fingers. And she's like shaking them around, and like her voice delivery of that line in particular was like so frenetic and so crazy energy that I was like, oh my god, that'd be so perfect to like animate her like having like a little tantrum shaking around. So it's fun in that sense. I think it's more fun. It's like, you don't know how line deliveries are going to come back. When you're making an English cartoon, you vaguely have an understanding especially for someone like me that makes kind of rough audio to send to the voice actors as a reference, it's like they're probably going to send something very similar back. Or maybe they'll do a few alternate takes where they change things, but with the Japanese voicing, it's like you don't know what the fuck you're going to get.
Have you ever had to like get a redo?
I'm trying to. I don't think so. There was like one or two lines. It depends on the line. There's like one or two lines in some of the episodes where I was like, I'm not. That's not. I'm not 100% happy with that how that came up. But it's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like if there's like something major, like that line really has to be done differently, then I probably would request to get it re-recorded. But
yeah, so
far not really.
And how'd you find the dubbing team? Was that another like people that reached out to you, or was that you found it yourself?
They're so they're like a YouTube channel called Rash A1M, and their whole thing is that they do Japanese dubs of English YouTube videos already.
Yeah.
And they do like they would do Japanese dubs of like Meat Canyon videos and Palo videos, I think, and a few others. And another animator called We're the Kids. He does Big Top Burger.
Yeah, love him.
Yeah, he did a video called Captain Yajima, which was also kind of like an anime pastiche, although it was a stop motion thing he did. And he just got that channel to do the actual Japanese voice acting.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna wholesale rip that idea off. And then I contacted the same team to voice Punch Punch. So
yeah, that's so cool. You also do the subtitles. That must be a painful experience.
It's not too bad. Like I said, that's like the very last thing I do. So that's just like when I'm like everything is done. Yeah. And it's like relaxed. It's a relaxing experience.
That's true.
So I'm usually kicking my feet up and typing those up. It's actually quite fun because like when I'm writing the script for the Japanese dub, it's like the script has to be kind of basic in its delivery. Like I can't be throwing in like weird turns of phrases that just won't translate.
Oh, yeah.
I can't be if I put in that tickles me pink in the they might take that very literally and translate it in a way that could come out weird. So I'm very I'm very restrained with writing the script. But then once it comes back to me, it's like with the subtitles, now I can be a bit more relaxed and like fuck around.
Yeah.
And that's how you get lines like Go saying, "For real, homeboy."
Yeah, exactly.
All she really said was like "majide," which is just like, seriously?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, for real? Are you for real? So it's fun to do that. The subtitling is actually pretty fun.
Yeah. And why did you make a Japanese cartoon after doing like only English stuff?
I wish I knew.
Okay.
I probably shot myself in the foot doing it. No, it goes back to like when it was going to be a game, and I just wanted to make it like this big retro anime inspired thing when it was a game.
Yeah.
And that was just one of the ideas that came about. Was like, I'll have like animated cutscenes, and I'll have them be in Japanese with crusty yellow subtitles, like an old retro anime VHS. That'll be fun. And I think that idea just kind of carried over when I decided that I can't make a fucking video game. What am I thinking? And I just turned it back into an animated series.
Were there any like?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell.
Trademark.
Yeah. Were there any like issues during production, like lost animation or?
I'm trying to think. I don't think there was anything too major. Other than just the rewrites, like because I don't know, it's a process where like I animate in Clip Studio Paint, which is it's not the best. I think it's pretty good for animation, but it's like it can be very laggy. It's a bit. I don't think it's mainly an R program. It's not like fully
I didn't even
designed for animation, I think. So it's a bit cumbersome. And it's like it's so annoying to use at times that it's like
why are you subjecting yourself to this?
Well, it's because like you have like there's like some things that are just way better than like Adobe Animate or Flash, which I also generally use.
Like Toon
But
Boom
like
or some.
I think I'm just too lazy to learn those.
Okay.
The reason why is because I just already draw in Clip Studio Paint, so I just
Yeah.
was like, I don't feel like learning a new animation program. I'll just learn how to animate in the art program that I also use.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and like there's like quality of life things that just like way better brushes. Like the brushes in Flash or Adobe Animate are pretty rough.
Mm.
But like with Clip Studio Paint, there's like a limitless amount of like really cool brushes you can use.
Yeah.
Um, Doing stuff like glows and shadows and stuff is way better. But there's a lot of little things. There's a lot of little quality of life things that are better in Clip Studio Paint.
Not
But
sponsored.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
The but yeah, it is again. It's still, despite all those good things, it's a bit laggy. It's a bit cumbersome. It's a bit not great. So I always make sure that the animatic is like 100% locked in
Yeah.
before I start animating. Like I've I've changed very little about the once it's like I'm cleaning it up in Clip Studio Paint. There's like no mistake. There's like very little things I've changed about any episode once it reaches that point,
Yeah.
because it's just so much trouble. But yeah, so I don't know what this question started off as. What was this question?
Like, if there was issues during
I trailed
production,
off.
like
Oh yeah.
lost animation or.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just make absolute sure that like everything is locked in and perfectly in place before I reach that point. So like if I'm changing stuff about the script or the animation, it's happening very early on generally. I'm not letting it get that far in production.
Yeah. You never like forgot to save. I know a lot of people forgetting to save or like losing a batch. I think like Sir Palo lost 15 minutes of. No, it was not that long, but there was lots of issues with like production. Yeah.
Oh god. Well, especially with using like Adobe Animate, it's like known for crashing a lot.
Yeah.
So like I've experienced it many times over the years of like losing stuff, but so far not with Punch Punch.
Okay, good.
I did talk about this on like other podcasts, but like there was like another animated series that I was working on years and years and years ago that never came to fruition because because I lost the entire first episode.
Oh my god, I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
And that was like I think that was like 5 or 6 minutes long, and I lost the entire thing.
Oh my god.
I mean it only had like the line work was done. Like I didn't color it, but like it was a good like 60 to 70% done.
Oh, that's
it all went down the shitter.
Yeah. You'll never
Just
bring
like
that cartoon back. It's forever hated.
Oh god no. Oh god no. I mean that was like 2013. Like
yeah.
It was bad. It was rough.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
It does share a lot of identity with Punch Punch. It was also like a fighting thing. So like Punch Punch is kind of like the fully realized spiritual successor, better version.
Yeah. Do you ever draw in like your older style ever? Because it's so different from what it is today. Like,
I feel like I probably have at least once as like a joke
to
some friends on Discord or something, but never publicly. Good lord, no.
Start animating like that for the next episode.
Oh Jesus, that'd be horrible. I think what was I gonna say? I just I used to animate all those old cartoons with a mouse. I didn't have a tablet.
What?
It's true.
What? Why would you do that to yourself?
It was like it was the first year of making cartoons. I was only starting out. I was like 16 or something, so I didn't have the money to get like a cool drawing tablet. And I think I was like decided like I don't want to just get like if I'm getting a tablet, it has to be like a screen tablet.
Yeah.
So and those pretty expensive. So yeah, for like all of 2012, which was like my first year of animating stuff, I did it all with a mouse.
That's
insane. I made it work. I think by that point I was already like I'd already been drawing on my computer with a mouse for years before that anyways, just for fun. So I'd already had a grasp on it. But like I think like a few years ago I did try again drawing with a mouse, and like I've completely forgotten how to do it.
Really?
I've completely lost the ability to do it.
Oh, you've lost a superpower. That's so crazy.
Lost a superpower. I think Lewis on Newgrounds, he's still animated. I think he has always animated with a mouse. And I think he still does to this day.
That's genuinely like a crazy
And
skill.
He's like 600 years old, so he's been doing it for a long time. Poor Lewis. I'm sorry, Lewis. He's great.
Wow.
He's incredible.
You mentioned getting burnout near the end of episode 2. Not in this interview, but I was like, I was watching other stuff. How did you deal with it and overcome the burnout?
It was I don't really know if I did. I just kind of gradually came out of it. It was like, yeah, it was rough. The early starting of episode 3, like a lot of stuff was just kind of happening. A lot of stuff was going bad. It was like family and stuff. And also like, yeah, I was just super burnt out after finishing episode 2. It was just like this big project that had taken like 10 months. And again, it was like my first time really working with a lot of other animators. It was just so much that when I was done, you know, I think a lot of people feel this when you're like working on a big project, not even just animation, but like when you're done making this big thing that you've been working for months and months on, it's like, and you're done and it's just out and that's just it. It's like you feel
it's like
a part of me is missing.
Yeah.
It feels like a limb is missing because like I've been working on that for hours every day for the
your
past.
Your arm missing, yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know. It was just a lot, and like starting episode 3, it took so long to get off the ground compared to like previous episodes, where usually it would take about maybe a month and a half to like write and have a storyboard and have a decent amount of the or like even the entire animatic done in like a month and a half or so, or even maybe 2 months. But like this time for episode 3, it was like 5 months before I had the animatic done. It was just so bad. I was just not in a good headspace, just rewriting this episode over and over again. I think that's also part of the reason why I just thought people were going to think episode 3 sucks, because I just felt so bad making it at the start.
Yeah.
But I mean, it eventually did kind of slop its way over the finish line with the animatic. And I think after that point, that was like December of last year when I finished it, the animatic. And I was at that point, I just like it picked up because it's like now I can send stuff to other animators and kind of get this thing moving. So yeah, after that, I guess I overcame it. I overcame the worst of it because a lot of it was, you know, a good chunk of it was in other people's hands now. So that was like a lot of pressure off of me.
Yeah, for sure. How long do you wait after an episode's done to start working on another one then?
Probably like, well, every time I'm like making an episode, I'm like, okay, once I'm done this, I'm just gonna jump right into the next one.
Oh
but
my God.
It never quite works out like that.
Okay.
That's how I want it to work out. But every time, at least with like after episode 1, it took like a month or so before I started working on episode 2.
That's this time so fast.
You know, well, for like I don't know. I just always feel guilty about how long it takes to make episodes. That I'm just like I just want to immediately get started on it. So for episode the next things I'm going to work on is like episode 4, and I also want to do like a short Christmas special this year.
Oh yeah.
So like I think I mentioned earlier, like this past month or so, I've been working on another project that at the time of recording should be out.
Okay.
And that's taken like the last month. And now I'm done with that. I've just been kind of drawing for a couple days because I feel like it's been so long since I've just posted art.
Yeah.
But once I'm satisfied with that, I think I'm just gonna jump straight into episode 4 and the Christmas special. So yeah, it's been about a month and some change. And ideally, I'd like to keep it that way, or you know, even sooner.
Give yourself a break, like.
I can't help it.
I'm noticing there's no Halloween special mentioned. It's a bit heartbreaking.
I do like spooky. Well, I mean, episode 2 was already kind of horror themed, and I do have other ideas for horror themed episodes. So I don't really feel the need to make like a Halloween quote unquote episode because there's already going to be like more kind of horror stuff in Punch Punch.
Yeah.
Because I love horror. I'm a big horror fan, so I'm just like I know I'm just going to put a lot of this in Punch regular episodes anyways.
Totally.
So I don't feel compelled to, but like with Christmas, I love Christmas. I gotta do an episode with Santa Claus in it or something. That'll be fun. Santa Claus and Go-Go hanging out or something. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So do you want to make more animations that's like outside of comedy, where it's like sad animations or like genuinely scary animations, like horror stuff?
I remember a long time ago I did have an idea for wanting to do like a proper horror thing, but the idea, as I learned, was not an original idea.
Oh,
and
really?
then a movie came out. It was I think, what's that fucking it was called, I think it's called Color Out of Space or whatever. I think it's based on a what's his face story about just like this thing, the substance or something comes from outer space, and it's like a different color that humans have never seen before, and it like causes people to go crazy. It was gonna be something like that. I was gonna do like, it was gonna be like some sort of test subject thing where like they're bringing a patient and like they're just gonna make them look at this substance that's a color that's never been seen by human eyes.
That's
just, I don't know, makes his fucking eyes melt. Well, it's been done before. Well, not that, just not that like test subject idea, but like the idea of like a color that's never been seen before being a horror concept has been done. And it is now a movie, Color Out of Space or whatever.
But is it animated? Come on,
it's not animated.
You could be the first.
Oh, this is a little cringe. This is a little epic cringe.
Okay.
There was another thing I wanted to do. If you remember, maybe you don't. It's the I guess creepypasta, if you want to call it that. That internet rumor called "Go for a Punch." Saki Sanabashi.
Oh, that sounds
familiar. It was
familiar.
like this. It's like this thing about this like anime that it was like a 4chan story of like, what's the most effed up anime you've seen? And then someone replies, oh, it's this, I've seen this thing called Go for a Punch, and it was about a bunch of schoolgirls trapped in a bathroom and they start going crazy and killing each other or whatever.
Oh.
I did kind of want to like actually make that.
That'd
but
be sick.
I think a bunch of other people have already had that idea. Like I think there's like 3 separate Go for a Punch fan animations already been made.
Make the best one. Come on.
Make the best one. And that's also kind of like where, you know, getting the idea of doing like a retro anime type thing.
Yeah.
And getting like a VHS, you know, overlay over it. Those ideas kind of cropped up in Punch as well.
Yeah.
But in the end, I don't know. It just like, it already feels like it's kind of past the relevance, the Go for a Punch. I think that's kind of, we've moved on from that a little bit, so it feels like it's a bit too late to make that. But as for another thing, like as for like something sad or emotional, you know, the music videos I did with Ujiko, Snail's House, are kind of already a little bit melancholy, I guess, if you want to put it that way. I did, you know, it's hard to say with Punch because it's like such a goofy show, but like I'm always like, one of my favorite shows is The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And you think about those classic like emotional Simpsons moments. You know, Homer meeting his mom and then she leaves him again. Or my favorite Simpsons classic sad moment. Is there's the episode where Bart and Lisa are against each other in a hockey match, and they're like they totally hate each other, but then they at the last moment they have these like flashbacks to when they were just little kids, and just it's a sweet moment.
Yeah.
I think like I love that so much, and I would like to like. There's part of me that wants to have a little bit of that in Punch, but I feel like I have to be very careful with it, because Punch is such a goofy show, and I always want it to be a goofy show. So I feel like if I do something emotional in it, it has to be really earned, and it has to be really well done. I don't know. I feel like it could
really cool.
I could very easily do it in such a way where it's like embarrassing and awful. So I don't know. We'll see. I have to be tasteful with it.
Do you show your scripts and like storyboards to friends before you finish it up? For like feedback?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, just to get a little bit of feedback. But you know, when I just realized I just realized mid-sentence I've like nothing else to add. Like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's good. It's valuable. And like, you know, sometimes I get feedback. Like feedback from some of the people that I got were like, with episode 3 was like, you know, I don't think you need there's that whole sequence with Mika cursing out the guy, freaking out on him.
That was so good.
And I was like, I was kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's like a whole like 20-second scene. I could cut that out. You know, it's 20 seconds less animation work. It might make the episode a bit snappier. I don't know. But of course, I had the idea in my head, oh, I really want to get that Maki Ito, the wrestler. I want her to voice in it so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I can't get her involved, then I'll cut it out. I'll cut it out, because if multiple people have said that, you know, that scene's it's good, but you know, it doesn't. If you want to cut stuff out, maybe you should cut that out. But then I did get her, so I was like, okay, I'm going to keep it. So you know, I don't always stick with the feedback, I guess, but
yeah,
it is still very valuable. You know, a lot of little changes have happened in all the episodes because of that feedback, so it's always good.
And how was it getting the wrestler onto Punch Punch? Was it like a challenge, or was it a pretty easy process?
It was a bit of a challenge. It was mostly a challenge of my wits, of my brain.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, this could like be a nightmare. I did originally have like, the idea was that I was going to get 2 actual wrestlers to voice in it.
Yeah.
Actual Japanese wrestlers in it.
Yeah.
And like one of them, the other guy, so Maki Ito, she's, you know, the other guy was like, I think he's like in his 50s. He's like 55 years old. And I don't know, just the idea of like trying to get like a 55-year-old Japanese wrestler man to voice in my internet cartoon was like, this could be fucking terrible. This could be a nightmare. He'd record it on his phone or something, and it'd be peaking, and it sounded horrible. But with Maki Ito, I was like, okay, she's around my age. She's a bit more with it, as I say, with the Western internet, because she's got a good following on Twitter, and it's a lot of like Western people. So I felt like she'd be more able to like, or more willing to go with it and understand it.
Yeah.
So I did try reaching out to her at first, and it's like I couldn't get in contact with her. So that was the first hurdle.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'll just fucking try and email her the wrestling agency that she works for, which I was like, this is going to be the biggest crapshoot, because like, I just went to their website. Their agency is called like DDT, and I just went to their website, and you know, they have the contact us email page, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna write the email. I just knew in my head that like most people that use this email are just like emailing to be like, hey, you know, I'm having trouble with my DDT.com account. Can you help me? Or stuff like that, or all this. Do you have a video for this match on your website? And like, no one is using that email to like, hey, can I have one of your wrestlers voice act in my internet cartoon? I'm from Ireland, by the way. I'm not even Japanese. So I was like, there's no way they're going to respond to this. And they didn't for like 2 weeks. I was like, okay, no, it was like, if they don't respond to me after 2 weeks, then I'll just let it go and I'll just cut the scene.
Yeah.
But after like, you know, it was like 9 or 10 days, I did get an email back from a different guy who's called like Mike Inoue, who is he's like one of the organizers at DDT or whatever. And he was like, I am willing to make this happen, is what he said. And I was like, yes, epic. And yeah, like I told him like, hey, you know, would it be cool if we could get her to like a proper recording space and everything?
Yeah.
So it sounds good. And like, they were very willing and very easygoing, and they did it. And we sent like, I was able to get my usual Japanese voice acting team, like they could send a reference audio of what her lines should be like. So we sent that off to her, and she came back with several takes, and they were perfect. They were better beyond what I expected. Because it's like, you don't know. Like,
yeah.
You know, even as a wrestler, like, and you know, a lot of those wrestlers, you know, they're big entertainers. They're on the mic. They're playing up a character, but it's like, you still don't know how good they're going to be voice acting in a cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Like, they might be really good performers on stage, but like voicing a character, they might be a bit rough.
Yeah.
But she was perfect. So I'm very glad I went with it. And I'm very glad I did not get the 55-year-old man, because that would have been horrible. Because that would have been pushing it too much.
He might have surprised you.
He might have. I mean, if we ever do that dream episode in Japan, I'd like him to be the guy that I paint green and make him Cool Frog.
Yeah, totally. Were you like super open about like what Punch Punch was when you emailed the agency, or were you like, it's for my cartoon? I can't.
Oh no, yeah. I don't like to be. I don't know. I don't like to toot my own horn too much, but like when it comes to emails like that, I felt like I had to be like, I'm this YouTuber and I make this series that has garnered millions of views.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like it would make it a bit more appealing or something, or they might be more willing to do it, as opposed to like, I think you should always not be afraid to shoot your shot when it comes to asking people to work with you, even if you're a small creator. But at the same time, I felt like, if I'm just some like guy with 100 subscribers, they're probably not going to be as willing. They might throw that email in the trash, and it sucks that it has to kind of be that way. But like, I still had to be like, I got 1 million subs on YouTube.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid not to voice act in my cartoon.
You should be asking me. So
do
you plan on having more like cameos of like celebrities or wrestlers in future episodes?
No, I don't think so. Like, I think Maki Ito specifically was like one of the only ones that I ever thought, like, because her thing is that she curses in English.
Yeah,
it's quite funny, and wrestling fans that watch the episode, I think would be able to recognize her just from her voice alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
As the other wrestler the 55-year-old guy, the one, his voice is also, he wouldn't be as known, I'd say, to a lot of Western fans, but his voice is like, he's got like crushed vocal cords, so he sounds like this all the time when he talks. So I think his voice is like so funny sounding.
That would be so good, even with awful mic quality. I think that would just add to the charm.
Just one character with really bad audio. But other than that, it's like I can't even think of anyone who any Japanese celebrity to voice that. I feel like if I remember I vaguely teased episode when I was working on episode 3 that there's like a Japanese entertainer doing a voice cameo in episode 3. And some people were saying like things, is it the voice actor for Kiryu from Yakuza or something like that?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm even imagining like a professional, well-known voice actor. I feel like, I don't know, a lot of people wouldn't recognize them or pick up on it or something. I don't know. I just felt like Maki Ito was like... It depends on
how their voice sounds, I think.
I guess. I think it would also it would maybe depend on the character. If I got like Kiryu's voice actor, like the character would have to be like a Yakuza mobster guy or something to really make it obvious. But yeah, other than Maki Ito and the 55-year-old decrepit wrestler,
just have him as like Santa. You talking about Santa?
That would be funny. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any plans to foreseeable future. There's a couple of like other Japanese anime artists who I'd like to do art for like the eye catch art. Not maybe I should not to guarantee it, but like a lot of the Pop Team Epic people, some of the animators and the main artist follow me. I'm just thinking like, ooh, maybe I should get them involved.
You should.
Stuff like that.
God, that'd be awesome.
We'll see, but we'll see. Classic iconic catchphrase. But we'll see. Yeah,
We'll see.
That's more likely than like more voice actor celebrity cameos. I'd have to be like The Simpsons if I do that, where it's like, is that 5-time Grammy Award winning voice actor or whatever? I'd have to do that bit if I were to do any more cameos. Make it really obvious.
Yeah. It would fit with your writing style, so.
I think I just want more like funny internet personalities in it. Like, I think Sephiroth Sword 57.
Oh my god, he's amazing.
He's one of my favorite content creators. He's like one of my favorite YouTubers.
Yeah,
I mean, someone like that, and is like that's better than any Japanese celebrity could ever be.
Honestly, I had him do a cameo for one of my friends for Christmas, and oh my god, he's such an amazing soul. Yeah, gotta get more 3D cameos on there. I guess not 3D, real life.
Live action.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what live action person would I want to. There was this. This is a throwback to. It's not one of my more well-known, well-remembered cartoons, but I did a Dragon Ball one. There was like a Dragon Ball and Newgrounds collab back in like 2017, and I did one for. It was kind of like a sequel-ish to my Naruto video because it was like the same kind of weird, dumb teenagers dressed up as the Dragon Ball characters.
Yeah.
And there's this old guy on YouTube called Ray Sipe. I don't know if you know of him.
Oh, it sounds familiar. Hold on.
He just makes hundreds upon hundreds of very inane videos that are like 10 seconds long.
Oh my god, yeah.
He'll paint himself green and as Shrek and just be like, do the roar!
Yeah, that's what that's what I see immediately.
I so badly wanted that guy in that cartoon. I wanted him to like do a cameo as Master Roshi, but there was like no way to get in touch with him. I couldn't get in touch with him in any way. So I just wound up stealing one of his I just stole one of his videos and put it in my Dragon Ball cartoon. It was just him dressed as a cowboy, just saying, "You're my favorite deputy." I just put that in the cartoon for no reason.
I love it. Yeah, there's literally no way to find it. Wow.
And I always thought that like his videos were like so random and strange that I thought surely this is like a cameo situation where like people are requesting for him to make these videos, but no he's just making them himself.
That's from his soul,
just of his own
and you gotta respect
volition.
it. Yeah. Maybe if you comment enough times, hey, I have 1 million subscribers. You
I don't think he reads comments or anything. I think he just makes videos endlessly.
That's how you do your face reveal, okay?
There you go.
Can you tell us anything about the future of Punch Punch that you haven't said anywhere else?
I don't think anything too major. Just like I said, I'm doing episode 4. I'm doing the Christmas special. Episode 4 is kind of a little bit, very mild, but a little bit of like a formula shakeup. Because I don't want every episode to be. I don't really say too much as like one of my inspirations, but like Yu-Gi-Oh is actually a little bit of an inspiration.
Yeah.
If you know about like early Yu-Gi-Oh Season 0, like the early stuff where it was before they even came up with the card game.
Yeah.
And there's like episodes of that and the manga where like they're doing all sorts of different games. It's not just the card game, it's different stuff. I want a little bit of that in Punch Punch where it's like it's not always just fighting.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the challenge is going to be a different kind of thing. So that's what episode 4 is. It's going to have, you know, there's going to be the enemy, the monster of the week, but it's going to be a different kind of challenge.
That's going to be more so sick.
It should be more fun to animate, you know, because as much as I love fights, animating, you know, fight scenes and stuff, you know, I don't want it to get too repetitive. I could see it getting a bit repetitive.
That's true.
So I think it'll be fun.
That's
and hopefully
exciting.
Easier to animate as well.
Yeah.
I pray.
I know you don't have like an end in sight, but after Punch Punch, do you plan on making like another series that you've thought about for a while, or just more skits?
I mentioned it earlier that there's like other little ideas I have, and there was like that other network
studio, yeah.
That kind of contacted me, and I'm like, I'll see where that goes. They want me to make like a little 3-minute pilot type thing for them, and I'm willing to give that a shot.
Is it
just
like
to see
their
what
idea, or do they want you to make an original 3-minute pilot?
They want me to make an original thing. They
That's
you know they
sick.
like Punch Punch, but they want something different. And
yeah,
you know, like I said, I mentioned that like I might change my mind. I might make it and then and they might love it, and I'll still be like, nah, I don't feel like it anymore. Don't want to continue with this. We'll see. But that is another idea that's not going to come to fruition until the end of next year. So like,
okay.
I think I should be able to post that to YouTube when it's done, but that's December 2026. So get it out of your minds for now. Don't even think about it.
That's not even that far away. I'll dissociate until that time. It'll come by
good.
fast.
Well, hopefully there will be new episodes of Punch Punch in between now in
Yes.
fucking December 2026.
That Christmas, is that going to be like a full episode or just a short?
I think just a short, just like 2 minutes or something. Yeah, and that's probably going to be like mostly animated by myself. Yeah, but then well, I'll be working on that at the same time as episode 4, when probably other animators will be working on episode 4. So
Yeah.
Keep all the momentum going.
Totally. Yeah. Have you ever seen someone wearing like your merch in real life, or met a fan in real life?
Well, wearing my merch in real life, no. I've as for meeting one, I mean, I did go. There was a Newgrounds meetup in Dublin
Oh
last
yeah,
year, so
yeah.
I went to that, and that was like my first time. Not only my first time doing like a kind of internet meetup, but also just like my first time meeting fans, I guess, in person. And it was surreal, but it was really cool. It was weird because it's like you're meeting people that feel like I'm meeting them for the first time, but it feels like I've known them for years in a way, because they're just so. I mean, meeting other Newgrounds creators, like everyone is all making the same references and in jokes to like Newgrounds characters and internet culture. So it was really cool. As for like seeing other people in my merch, no, I just seen it online. I wasn't able to go to there was a London meetup just
just happened
a month or so ago.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go to that, but I wasn't able to. But yeah, that would have. I think my mind trailed off again there a little bit.
No, that was like that was good. I was thinking about the new meetup. I thought you went to that one, the one that just happened.
No, I'm very sad.
Wow.
I'm sad.
Wow, you just hate
I wasn't
London.
able to.
Wow.
I just say I go to London every damn year. I do like London, but it was too busy at that time, I'm afraid.
What inspired your frog avatar?
My damn frog?
Yeah, the damn frog.
The real inspiration was just like whenever I'd go on Twitter and there's like other artists that I follow who have their own little mascots that they draw.
Yeah.
They'll draw something like, oh, I'm going to start streaming. Here's my going live tweet. And they'll have a little drawing of their little mascot character drawing on their tablet or something. And I'm always like, I want a little cool mascot guy. So when people want to draw me, they can just draw my little mascot.
Yeah.
Because when people used to draw me, they would just draw a sausage in a Speedo with a face on it. And it would just look horrible or whatever. So
that's amazing.
I had to give them something. I had to give them something. So I designed a little frog. There's like one of the videos I made on my channel is called Go Anti-Go.
Yeah, the music
video.
Like
a short. Yeah, it's the little 20-second thing. And there's like a very brief frame of like a frog in there. That was like the first draft.
His first appearance.
Of Cool Frog. Yeah, just literally like one frame. There's like at the end there's like characters shuffling through hundreds of appearances really quickly. So he's in there, snuck in there, and I kind of just took that, workshop that idea. Well, actually, you're talking to me on Discord where my icon is a Sanrio character called Hangyodan is his name. He's a little Chinese fish, and I love him, and I love his design so much. So I kind of wanted to make something like him too, just like this.
You can see the resemblance.
This is the resemblance I completely ripped off.
Yeah.
No, he's just like this doe-eyed, stupid-looking little creature. So I just wanted to make something like that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome. Did you go to animation school, by the way? You talked about doing software engineering or.
Yeah, I went to a course that had like, it was just kind of a general digital graphic design, etc. type course.
Yeah.
But it didn't have any. Maybe it did.
Just don't remember.
I can't. It was a few years ago. I can't. No, there wasn't really any major animation component in it. I would use animation for like some of my assignments, but generally there wasn't like an actual animation. It was just like a very general digital online media, etc. type thing. There was like film. We did a bit of, filming videos and all this sort of stuff, but there wasn't. Yeah, for actual animation, no, that was just all self-taught and with the internet, watching tutorials on YouTube.
Yeah. So was there anything you took out of that specifically, or was it just like, no, it's a fun experience?
Not a single thing.
Okay.
I didn't learn anything. I don't think I learned anything from that course. I learned that I don't like software engineering.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like, when did I start? It was like, when did I start? It was like 2016 or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Or something like that. No, fuck. Around then.
Okay.
And like by that point, not to brag, but by that point, I think I already had a decent amount of YouTube. I had a few 100,000 YouTube subscribers.
Yeah.
I had a decent following on Twitter. At that point, there was a feeling at the back of my mind, like, I don't, they're doing all these courses that are like teaching us about how to use social media.
Yeah.
Here's how you make tweets and use hashtags and at popular important people that might be and at the back of my mind, I'm like, this sucks. This is all useless information.
Yeah.
Hey,
get like a PR team.
Exactly. Just in my mind, I'm just thinking, just make cool stuff and post cool stuff online, and then you'll get attention.
Yeah.
But this course is like teaching you the most embarrassing, annoying way to use social media.
Tagging like popular creators. That's what you should never do that unless it's
it was like, God, it was. I can't even explain it. I can't even.
Took Twitter class. That's crazy.
It was like, I mean, obviously, tagging popular creators is fine depending on what it is. Like, if you're making fan art, if you make fan art for me, I'd love to fucking see it. But this is like, we're gonna have an event at the school in the next few weeks where we're gonna do talks and everything. So make sure to get a video of your talk and add it to people in the same field related to this topic. And it's just like that. I don't want to annoy random people that I don't fucking know.
No, I'll definitely be doing
that. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Anyway, basically the point is that I learned nothing.
Yeah.
I got a degree out of it, and I have not done anything with it.
It's just a flex.
But at least it's there. At least I did it.
Yeah, totally.
It was kind of just like it just kind of bought me more time kind of thing doing college. I contemplated quitting a lot of the time, but
really?
Whatever. I'll just get through it, and I'll have a degree. And if I do nothing with it, then whatever. But
exactly. Yeah. Have you done I remember you talking about doing tweening a lot. Do you still do that with animation, or is it
pretty rarely? And it's usually for like very small things now. But like I used to, back in the very the Grease era.
Yeah.
I think I saw someone comment under your post asking me about the Grease era. That's what we all called it. The Grease era of the Speedo cartoons, back when everything looked very greasy and oily and horrible. I used to tween a lot then because I was just kind of copying what other animators were doing, and like Oni and Psychic Pebbles and stuff, they would tween a lot at the time.
Yeah.
I was just doing that too because it just seemed easy and quick. But nowadays it's way more satisfying and fun to do frame by frame. It's a lot more time consuming.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I'm using tweening now, it's again for very small, minor things like a car driving by in the background is tween,
Yeah. Do you ever do like rigs?
No way.
Okay.
I feel like I probably have at least once at some point in my life. I can't even remember. I feel like I did when I animated some stuff for school, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that, but for my own stuff, no, not even a little bit.
Wow. That should be all the questions I have specifically. So
okay,
we have some fan ones to finish it up.
Alrighty. These are the scary ones.
Yeah. So what's your address? Someone wants to know. You already talked about the YouTube shadowban thing on Twitter. I can't clip farm it anymore. But how has that been? Like, do you know why you got shadowbanned? Like,
so I at time of recording, I just posted about this for the last week. It actually hasn't. It's been showing up normally for the first time in like 2 years. So when you search Punch Punch Forever, episodes actually show up. And for the last 2 years, that has not been the case. I remember episode 1 came out and it was totally fine. And then after like 3 or 4 days, it just stopped showing up whenever you would search Punch Punch Forever. And it was like, why? Why is that happening? That sucks. And I thought, well, first, naturally you think, is it something to do with the content of the video? Because there's a bit of violence. It's a bit lewd. It's a bit crude. Is it any of those reasons? But no, because the videos aren't being age restricted or anything. There's still ads running on it. So I don't think there's anything, no issues there. So I just chalked it up to like, this has to just be some like weird algorithm glitch thing that just happened to this video, and that sucks, but okay. And then episode 2, I made it, and the exact same thing happened again from the get-go. It just never showed up in search results. And I was like, oh my fucking god, why is this happening? And a lot of people suggested ideas over the years, like, why is this happening? It could be because it's in Japanese, which I didn't think that was the reason.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, if you search up, I don't know, a Japanese movie or a Japanese song, it's going to show up.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe that. And then other people said, well, it's maybe your channel is shadowban because you make naughty things, all right?
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case, because like every other thing I make shows up perfectly fine. My channel shows up. Every other video I've made shows up. It's just Punch Punch Forever episodes, which is really weird.
Yeah.
And I spent many moons banging my head against the wall again, trying to talk to YouTube support, and it's just like so endlessly hopeless doing that.
Yeah.
It just sucks. Because they just never offer any helpful advice whatsoever. It's just going around and around in spirals, telling you, oh, maybe it's your tags. Maybe you could try changing your tags. It's like, that's not going to fucking solve this issue. I would still do it, but it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And eventually, I was, after a very long amount of time, just constantly trying to deal with this issue. Like, I think it was Egoraptor, Aaron Hansen, because he's been very supportive of Punch Punch Forever.
Yeah.
And I just, like, he'd be in the DMs like, hey, if there's anything I can help with at any time, let me know. So I just was like, fuck, I hate being like this, but I'll just tell him that, there's this weird shadow search banning thing with Punch Punch. Is there like anyone at YouTube that that could help? And he put me in contact with this guy, and I would sparingly, I'd email back and forth with this guy. It would be like, a week between replies I'd get from him. But he was telling me in the last few weeks to like, hey, we've really been we see this issue. It's like so obvious that this is a problem. So we're going to try and fix this. And he told me a few weeks ago that like, so this is like a known issue that happens to some videos, not just Punch Punch, but like other people's stuff as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen it happen to other Newgrounds animators. Like if Magi Bobble,
yeah.
He made a video called Grading Simulator that also the same thing happened, where it just stopped showing up.
Really? I didn't even know that was happening to him.
It sucks. It sucks. And this guy that I've been emailing was like, okay, this is an issue. We're gonna start rolling out a fix for this, and hopefully this will address it. And like, for the last like week or so, I've been searching Punch Punch on YouTube, and it has actually been showing up.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know if the problem is like fixed across the board now, and it's still like, for some reason, it's only episode 2 and 3. Episode 1 is like still not showing up, but like, I'll take it. I'll take any episode showing up.
Yeah,
like, that's such a big win. Again, at the time of recording, it's been about a week, so I'm not like fully ready to be like, it's fixed. It's saved, because like I'm expecting it to just start happening again from a few weeks from now. It'll just start not showing up anymore. I don't know.
That would be insane.
I said it on Twitter, like, I'm not going to lose sleep if it does happen again. I've been dealing with this for 2 years, and Punch Punch is still done really well despite that issue.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world. It would obviously suck, but I am it is probably the most hopeful, the most optimistic I've been about this issue for the first time in 2 years. So, hopefully
that is so weird that it was happening.
It's so weird. What I did forget to mention, the guy, he mentioned that like, okay, probably the closest thing to like actual confirmed, like this is the issue, is he mentioned like, okay, there is some. I mean, it doesn't make it. It still doesn't. It still doesn't make sense to me. But he did say like there are some mature themes in Punch Punch that could be the reason why there's like a bit of violence, a bit of mild, lewd stuff, whatever. But again, it's like that didn't make sense to me because
worse that you can search on YouTube that would come up.
It's true, but the other thing is like reaction videos reacting to the entire episode uncensored are still showing up fine. The dubs in other languages are still showing up fine. So it's like even then I'm like, okay, I don't believe you, but in any case it has seemingly, at least for now, the problem has kind of alleviated, and it's quite nice, and hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, I remember that because whenever you'd search like Punch Punch, that like one English dub would come up all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, which is it's fine. No disrespect to any of those other creators that were making stuff. It's not an issue. But still, ideally, you'd want the thing that you made, that is the thing that people are searching for, to be the thing that shows up first, because it's the most relevant.
Exactly. Yeah. We have a question from Yuri Vic, which is, what project was the steepest learning curve for you?
Steepest learning curve. I don't just want to keep saying Punch Punch for everything. I'm trying to think, is there like any older thing that like really...
Wasn't it like Brock Gets Laid? I think that one had struggles with
that challenged me a lot.
Pokemon in my eyes.
Oh my god. I do think it was Punch Punch, to be honest. Especially the recent episodes with like getting other animators involved and everything. That's been like a learning process of like, writing a storyboard and drawing a storyboard around the idea that like other people are going to get involved with this. Like, I don't know, but it's been fun. I can't think of like any animation that's been like a nightmare to work on in terms of like difficulties like that. There's been ones that are a nightmare just because like I have a super small deadline or whatever. But in terms of like something that's just been, like you said, a steep learning curve, I don't think there's been any that's been like too crazy. I think probably Punch Punch has been like the most major undertaking, but again, it's still been very fun the whole time.
Yeah, it's good that it's been fun too. Now this, you probably might not have an answer to it then, but your persona's a frog from Bethy VA. It's a very important question. What kind of frog are you?
A green one.
Okay.
Green. I don't know any. Oh, I do. There's like those frogs that are like poisonous and have like spots all over them.
Yeah.
I don't think he's one of those. I think he's just a very regular green frog that is safe to sit.
Yeah.
I guess so. Whatever is the standard green frog that people have as pets.
Yeah.
Is cool frog.
Will you ever have a pet frog? I feel like you have to now.
No, they're gross. I don't want one.
They're not gross.
Slimy, gross
cute.
bastards.
They're cute. I had one that had teeth and it bit me.
I thought you were gonna ask me, and I thought you were gonna ask me if I was gonna have any more frogs in the show. I will answer that. There will be like other frogs that make appearance. I have an episode. I do want to do like a cool frog fights episode.
Yeah,
he fights another frog over a frog girlfriend or something.
There we go. Yeah, I imagine like just a bunch of frogs forming a human body. Go, my frog army.
Several frogs in a trench coat.
Yeah, there you go. So this one kind of already answered, but yeah, you don't have the series planned ahead. There's one from Snotpants, which is a great username.
I like that.
If it isn't too sensitive, when did you start getting comfortable with drawing not safe for work content?
I mean, tugs on shirt. Ooh, that's a steamy question. I kind of already was, basically since the beginning. I think I started right from the get-go.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I think so too.
It was, yeah, so I don't know. I never really thought too much about it. I just kind of made it, and you know.
Were you ever nervous to like
I'm bashful.
make it full on compared to like your comedy skits?
Not really, because I think, well, I was making that in like 2014 or 2015 or whatever, and like at that time, my stuff in general was a lot more just abrasive and over the top, anyways.
Yeah.
Like if your only exposure to my work was like the Snail Chan music videos, you'd probably be a lot more like, oh, what the heck? But when you consider all parodies I've made and all the obnoxious content I've made, I don't know. I never really felt that like, I don't know, how far should I go with this not safe work stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a.
just I don't know. We'll see. What we can answer.
So I'm just tittering like a schoolgirl answering this question.
From Fart, he wants to know.
Hey, I like that guy. Get him on the podcast.
Yeah, get him on. I'll call him up. I'll text him right now. It's like, call me, emergency. He's genuinely baffled when he found out you were Irish. When did you start putting on an American accent in your videos, and why?
Is he?
Are you
like,
doing it
video specific? I don't feel like I am, but like right now, I don't feel like I am. But when I'm like talking to other Irish people, I think my Irish accent comes out way more. But I think I don't know.
I can hear the
I think
Irish
just
on
like subconsciously, I think when I'm online, there's like a feeling of like I don't feel like I'm putting anything on though. But if it comes to, like, if you're like talking about the video specifically, like when I'm voice acting the characters in my cartoons, I mean, already I'm just like, I don't know. I remember back when I was in secondary school or high school, there was like this like popular Irish animator, like I can't remember their name. It wasn't Oni. Before anyone thinks, it was like this Irish animator whose stuff was very Irish humor and very like all the characters had really thick Irish accents, and it was like purely just made for an Irish audience.
Yeah.
I'm just, I grew up watching like anime and stuff like and Newgrounds cartoons that were all made by American people, so I never had an interest in like making very Irish type content, if that makes sense. I just wanted to make it for a general audience, which would be a lot of American people, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to post it on Newgrounds and stuff, and be like all the other cool Newgrounds animators.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't know. When I'm voicing characters and like my cartoons, again, I'm just kind of putting on a little bit of a voice, whatever suits the character. I'm not really putting on like a pure Irish accent. I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
No, I'm not voicing Ash Ketchum or whatever in a Pokemon cartoon and just being like, how's it going? Pikachu, we're going to throw a
That would be even funnier, I think, honestly.
That would probably. I did have like, there was like a brief idea I had for like a Resident Evil 4 parody I wanted to do, where it was Leon goes to Ireland. He goes to Ireland instead of Spain, and it would have been like Irish farmers chasing after him.
I remember you posted like animations that you just like a bunch of animations. There was a lot of Resident Evil ones in there.
Oh, the like short animations I posted, that I think those are just like things I made that were just for like I did like a Resident Evil 2 one that was part of like a Resident Evil 2 intro reanimated collab. So like it was stuff like that, but I didn't actually work on the Resident Evil 4 parody idea. That was just like an idea I had.
Okay.
I don't know. I might still do it.
We'll see.
But if I did that, that would probably be like the most Irish thing I do, because I think it's funny to have like pure Irish farmers chasing after Leon. And
he's just like, so good.
What's wrong with these people? It's just like talking to Hunnigan. It's like, they're Irish.
Yeah, totally.
You don't get out of our fucking farm, will you? You don't know, you bastard. Something like that.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see that someday, and I think a lot of people would too.
That's another one. That's another one for the we'll see pile.
We'll see pile. Yeah, I'll hold you to it. Just Jack wants to know, how do you come up with the jokes in the show? Do you like use references to real life stuff, or is it just off the dome?
Um, I guess off the dome. I always just like ideas. It's usually, I mean, with Punch Punch, it's a very visual gag heavy show because I can't really do good dialogue based jokes when it's something that has to be translated into another language.
Yeah.
So usually when just like dumb visual gags come to mind, and maybe they come from watching something else or playing a game or something, or they just, a lot of times I'll just wake up one morning and I'll just have an idea for it. It's just in my head, a silly gag or visual.
Write that down. Write that down.
Exactly. Yeah, I just do that. I have like this big Clip Studio Paint file empty canvas that's like 10,000 by 10,000 pixels, and I'll just like draw down every idea that comes to mind on that, and then every time I'm making a new episode, I'll just look at that canvas that's like full of bunch of scribbles and half-baked ideas, and I'll just like pull from that, like,
I like that. Fit in, it's like a mystery in this episode hat. Concept.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like a big brainstorm thing, and I can just like pull from it anytime I'm making a new episode for anything that fits.
That's awesome. Cam the Can, which was the last interview, he said he's a huge fan of your work. What has been your favorite episode to work on, and why?
Of Punch Punch?
I'm assuming of Punch Punch, yeah.
I'll say 2.
Really?
Just because I love episode 3, but it's just, again, what I was mentioning, like that insane burnout, really soured my feelings on it on the early stages of production. Those first like 5 months were just like grueling. So as much as I love how it came out, but I think 2 was probably like the most overall, just like everything just kind of fell into place. Thank you. Everything just fell into place well. It was just fun to work on. I don't think there was any major like upsets or things that went wrong during production. It was just everything was all good.
It was smooth sailing. Yeah. We have some Newgrounds questions too.
Okay.
You can immediately tell the difference between Twitter comments and Newgrounds.
I can't wait. I had a little sneak peek at the Twitter ones, but I didn't know those Newgrounds ones coming too, so I'm excited.
Macho Squash wants to know, how do you manage your constipation after sitting down to animate and draw for such long periods of time?
Oh, I've got some great constipation-related stories.
Okay.
When I was young,
Why
am I telling this?
Okay. I thought you were recreating sounds. I was like, we're role-playing this. Okay.
You can add reverb onto that sound there. It sounds like what was happening in my toilet.
The fuck was that? Yeah, it scared me.
When I was young, I used to go days without pooping, and I didn't realize that was abnormal.
Just for fun, or what?
No, not for fun. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't go. And I distinctly remember, like, this is getting very graphic. I go to the toilet to make pee-pee, and naturally, eventually, the feeling comes while you're peeing, like, you got to shit, dude. And I just wouldn't. I don't know why. I don't know why I would do it. And so I'd drop dookie once every like 4 days or something.
That's insane.
And then at some point, I think I realized, oh, you're supposed to like shit every day or something.
Yeah. It's a miracle you don't have like medical issues.
Oh God, no. I don't know how I survived that long. It was like, it was only like good 15 years of doing that.
Okay, yeah.
But and then I've been on top of it ever since. I've been very good about my poopy ever since.
Very good, A+.
I'm on top of that issue.
Yeah. Thank you for that was a good question. The next one just is gonna be awful to read. So this is I think it's a role play comment. So what I say is what they wrote. These are not my words. But Guardians VA said, rubs his big belly and belches. Does Cool Frog eat flies, or does he eat anything like burgers or burp pizza? Thanks. Hiccup.
That's a good question. I met him at the Ireland meetup.
Oh yeah.
That's a good question regarding Cool Frog and your big belly, full of Burps. That's what was the question? I forgot. I was too busy thinking about his big round belly.
Let me read this from the
Cool
top.
Frog eat fast food?
No, I gotta read it from the top. All right. Rubs big belly, belches. Does Cool Frog eat flies, or does he eat anything like burgers or burp pizza? Thanks, hiccup.
Okay. Yeah, I think he has a bit of everything. Cool Frog. I think he eats flies. I actually just realized it was in an earlier draft, and I must have cut it out. I don't know why I did, but from episode 3, where there's like the cockroaches fighting, and then near the end of the episode, Gogo just pulls them out of her pocket. They've just been in her pocket the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna have Cool Frog just like eat them, just like his tongue sticks out and just immediately eats them. I think I changed it because in that earlier draft he was on her head, but in the actual episode he wasn't. He was like in the crowd, so it would have been, I don't know,
a really long
so I think
tongue,
that's why
just across the whole stadium.
Which I could have done that. I mean, I had Jin, the announcer, like stretch his arm like halfway across the ring for like.
Yeah.
I could have done that, but I just didn't. But yeah, Cool Frog, he has anything is a little nummy for Cool Frog. Flies, burger.
He doesn't have like
he's
allergies.
Drinking beer in episode 3.
Okay.
He's drinking a bit of beer. So yeah, I think Cool Frog in canon is like oh wait, I forgot I made him 1 year old in canon, but I also like to think of him as like a 45-year-old who smokes and drinks.
We want a 55-year-old to play him, so
that is true. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm 1.
There you go. But I already canonically wrote his age down as 1, so
I think it makes it even better to have like a 55-year-old play a 1-year-old character and paint him green.
That's good. Yeah, and he's gonna be talking. I get, if I get that guy with the crushed vocal cords, he's got to be talking.
Yeah,
he just this episode, Cool Frog has never talked before, and then this one live action episode, he's just like, "Let's go, let's go on an adventure." All right, Cool Frog. It'd be funny.
Yeah, that would be amazing. What is your approach? Oh, sorry, from Alistair. What is your approach to structure a project from start to finish, and then actually completing it?
The first step is coming up with an epic idea of my big, beautiful brain.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, that the whole process I said about just like making a big story or like a big brainstorming type image. I do that for everything. I do that for every character I make.
Okay.
Where I just jot down any and every visual idea I have, like even for like the parodies and stuff. Like I did one for Tekken. And again, I just like made a big canvas and just like what would be funny to include in that. I just thought about, I'll do Paul Phoenix, who has like tall blonde hair.
Yeah.
I'll just draw that excessively long. Just any and every visual gag that could come to mind, or any idea like that, I would just jot it down. So from that, I will write a script. I will. I think generally, I guess it depends. Sometimes I do the storyboard first and then record the rough dialogue to it, or sometimes it's the other way around. I record the audio first and then do a storyboard to it. I mean, I don't know. From there, it's pretty straightforward. Well, when it comes to like Punch, it's like I do the storyboard and the animatic in Flash in Adobe Animate because like, it doesn't, I was talking earlier about the brushes being crappy, but it's like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine. Adobe Animate or Flash, I use Flash 8, which is like a super old version, but like it's so intuitive. For all its problems, it's like there's a reason why so many people still use it, because it's just so straightforward and so easy and so quick. So like doing rough animation, I love doing that in Flash because it's just, again, it's so easy and quick. It would just take so much more time to do it in Clip Studio Paint. And then I convert that into an MP4. I bring it into Clip Studio Paint.
Yeah.
Clip Studio Paint becomes incredibly laggy. It's got a big fucking MP4 in it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do split up the MP4 into like smaller 20-second or so chunks just to kind of lighten the load, but it's still it's immense. And then I clean up from there. Now what I do, because I'm cleaning up, I used to, like when I made cartoons before, I used to do the entire animation in Flash. So like I draw the backgrounds in Flash, or if I was drawing them in a different program, I'd bring them into Flash I'd bring all the audio into Flash, and then I just export the video, and like that's it.
Yeah.
But now, I'm doing cleanup in Clip Studio Paint. I have to export everything as like PNG sequences, and I bring it into Adobe After Effects, and that's where I do the compositing, where I'm like adding audio, adding backgrounds and stuff. And it's like, it's so much like, God, I can't believe I used to do all this in Flash.
Yeah.
Before. It's insane. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. I don't think there's anything too crazy about my general process. I can't think if there's anything major I left out there really, but
no, I really like the brainstorm idea that you do. That's probably gonna help a lot of people. Like that's so cool to do.
Hell yeah.
From Boiled Milks, do you have any advice for people who want to start a creative project like a web series or webcomic?
I'm trying to think of like something cool and unique, but
yeah.
Of course, the classic, the only thing that comes to mind is just do it.
There you go.
Just make it.
There it is.
Just start it. What did they say in the question? Was it comics specifically, or just anything?
Web series or webcomic?
I mean, for either of those, I'd say you can. I guess it depends. If you've already been making stuff for years, anyways. But if you're just like totally starting out fresh, I mean, generally, I think it's a good rule of thumb to start small. Don't immediately jump into, I'm gonna make a 20-minute pilot, and I've never animated before.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't do that. It's good. I think it's also good for like gaining an audience or whatever, or maybe if you already have a bit of an audience, if you've already been making stuff, getting them used to your world or your characters is just drawing little bits of art, or even if you're going to do a big web comic, maybe just doing like 2 or 3 little panel things on Twitter, or if you're doing web, you can start off with like a 30-second animated short, or something simple like that. There's a lot of series that have like started like even like Spooky Month. I think like the first episode of Spooky Month is like a minute.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And now it's like 20 minutes, and that's like in the same series. I think Ina is another one where like some of the early Ina episodes are like, again, like a minute or something, and then episode 3 is 11 minutes, and then episode I don't know, whatever episode they're on now is as a game on Steam. So for me, my version of that, Punch Punch, I started just as like 10-minute episode, but like I guess I've already kind of cut my teeth on making short form content for years. I did, again, you go back to my early stuff, it's like a minute long. It's very basic stuff. It was tweened animation for my early stuff, made with a mouse.
That's still so insane to me.
Yeah, so I started in like 2012. It took until 2023 before I started making like a proper web series. I mean, I've done original stuff before, but like this is like the first real proper original thing I feel like I've made, technically. So yeah, I think there's no unique or special advice there I offered, but that's just kind of general rule of thumb stuff.
Yeah,
I guess it's good to hear it, to remind you that just start small, start simple, and just make it, because it goes hand in hand with the first bit of advice of just do it, just make it. Because it's a lot easier to make it and have it come to fruition if it's just a low stakes 30-second animation, or just a single 3 or 4 panel comic. That's a lot easier to come together. You'll finish it, you'll put it out there,
definitely,
and you'll have something under your belt before you can start and building up ideas and making more longer or more advanced more advanced projects.
It's such good advice, because especially with that too, if you're posting it, you can gain a little dedicated audience to the characters, which makes releasing a full episode at least have some people really excited for it. Alex Tool Studio wants to know, I guess there technically is with like fan ones, but will there be an English dubbed Punch Punch Forever?
I've I've thought about this for a long time, especially with the whole shadow banning thing when it was happening. It was, it was a bit of advice. Someone was telling me like, hey, I think you should maybe re-release the episodes with an English dub, because then you can double dip. It won't take as much work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that maybe passed on it the first time because I don't want to read subtitles, it's in Japanese, might actually give it a chance this time. And it might also solve the shadow ban issue if it's the Japanese language that's causing the issue.
Which I don't think is. Like,
I know. And now that it seemingly is fixed, I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe I don't have to. I'll still consider it though, because I was talking with someone, they were giving me like a good, we kind of figured out like a good idea of how to go about it if we did do an English dub, where I'd like, the way they would package English dubs on video and DVD back in like the 90s and early 2000s, could really lean into that aesthetic. We could have like fake trailers for other dubbed anime at the start of the episode.
Yes.
So like, so people that have already seen the original version of the Punch Punch, if they watch the dub, there's at least kind of new content here and there to make it worth the rewatch. I'm not 100% certain, just because the thing that I'm waiting for is that YouTube for years now has been it's the slowest rollout in human history. They've been rolling out this feature where like you can put multiple audio tracks on a single video. So like Mr. Beast has it, and Glitch I think have it on like Digital Circus, where you can just go down in the settings and change the audio track from English to Japanese to Spanish to whatever.
Yeah.
I think if I got that feature, that's just what I do with Punch. So I just make an English and a Japanese dub from now on.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have to like upload it again.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of, I mean, what we talked about there of like, if we did the English dub that way with reposting it and like, adding extra trailers and adding extra content to make it more worthwhile, that would be kind of fun. But at the same time, I just don't like the idea of like reposting and repurposing content over and over on the same channel.
You could have like a dub channel.
I don't even like the idea of that either. I don't know.
18 different channels, you're gonna get amazing monetization.
Well, that's what Mr. Beast used to do. He used to have Mr. Beast Spanish, Mr. Beast Chinese.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm really hoping I can get that feature on my channel at some point, because that's how I'd like to do it. If I do an English dub, I want that multiple audio track feature. And it's just, I don't know. I think Mr. Beast has had that feature for like 3 years now, and I don't know what's taking so long for them to roll out that feature to everybody else. So, hopefully sometime soon they'll give that feature, because I'll see. I might upload episode 1, 2, and 3 as like an English dub, one big video compilation.
Oh, that would that would make sense. You're gonna get like the comments where it's like, "Oh my god, everyone watch this in sub. Oh my god, of course you don't."
There could be a sub versus dub debate on Punch Puncher. So I don't know. I've definitely thought about it. I don't know. Put that in the we'll see pile.
The we'll see pile.
Definitely thought about it. It's growing. I put like 15 things in there since the start of the podcast.
Exactly. It's a very big pile.
I did the Punch Punch Forever video game.
Yep.
The live action episode in Japan.
That one we need. Like that is
probably the one I want to do the most of everything. But for English, if I don't get that feature with the multi-track thing, let's say I do the 3 episodes on one video, it's like, am I just gonna have to keep doing that? Like episode 4 is gonna come out in Japanese, and then are people gonna have to wait like 2 more years before episode 5 and 6 come? I don't know. It's a bit. I don't know. It's a bit. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess.
That's such a good point. Maybe if we emailed that one guy and it's like, hey, can I have this feature too? Just get greedy.
Maybe I should. Yeah, actually, maybe I should.
That's probably what Glitch did, because like, how did they get it?
Well, I mean, they're a big channel and whatever. I just assume like really big channels are just getting it. Those are the only 2 ones I've seen, Mr. Beast and Glitch. But there's probably been like hundreds of others that have it. But I think I legitimately will do that. I will email that guy and just say, hey, when is the rest of us going to get that feature? That'd be good, because this guy's like, a bit more proper high up YouTube. He's more than just like the average YouTube support that I've been talking to for years that don't tell you anything.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll ask him.
That's sick. Okay, yeah, and then definitely update people if that happens. That's exciting.
Yeah.
We go from a real question to the next one. From Neutral Roll, Speedoru, do it jiggle.
It do.
It do? Okay.
It clap. That thang I got on me. I've been complimented on my rear before.
Yeah.
It clap, it jiggle.
Just by random people in the street? Like, hey,
yes.
Hey, stop. I just stop right there.
I like that thing you got in yourself there.
That thing bouncing.
Stopped by security guards? Yeah.
I need to pat you down really, really bad.
Copying a feel.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have two more.
Okay.
One being, what are your favorite users, games, or animated videos on Newgrounds specifically?
Let me think. Kind of just tempted to open up my Newgrounds and look at my favorites. I know Palo mentioned it, but Bassett Film.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the funniest. He's like there's like certain like stand-up comedians that I would hear described as the comedian's comedian.
Yeah.
Where maybe they're not the most popular, but like every comedian in the scene thinks they're fucking brilliant. I feel like that's what Bassett Film's like.
Like every Newgrounds creator I've asked about, he will be there. Bassett Films.
Yeah. Every Newgrounds anime loves him, but like he I don't feel like he gets the attention he deserves. He's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I know. Like outside of Newgrounds,
he just posted this thing a few days, like yesterday or whatever. This cool old guy I met in a bar, and it's like so fucking funny. I just cackled watching it, and yeah, he's one of my favorites. For like indie animation series and stuff, Ina is definitely probably one of my favorites. I love like Bridge Kids.
Bridge Kids is so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Rap Bastards is one that a friend of mine makes. He's the voice of one of the characters in Bridge Kids, and I've worked on it a little bit, tiny bits here and there.
Or the rap?
No, Rap Bastards. Okay. But yeah, that's another one. I do. I think Snackers is really good. I think he's an up and comer. He's a future talent.
Yeah.
All right. God, I'm trying to think. Gosh, yeah. I mean, there's just so many. I'm literally looking through my favorites right now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
God, there's so many. I mean, Spaz Kid has always been like,
of course,
one of my favorites. Gee. I'm just looking at my favorites now. Yeah. I don't know. There's so many.
Stop moaning while you look at your favorites.
I can't. I'm looking at the A-rated stuff. That's why I'm moaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, there's so many I could name, but like, of course, they've all left my mind, and I'm gonna be very angry once we finish recording because they're all gonna come back to me like, oh, I should have said this person.
Yeah.
I should have said that person.
Have you ever thought of like doing like even like an episode where it's like collabing with other series, or like would you ever want to bring on like Bassett Films onto Punch team?
Maybe. I mean, there is like an idea of a collaboration with another classic Newgrounds series for maybe episode 4 of Punch. So there's already kind of a little bit of that happening, but I mean, I think for me, it's always the go-to is like I said, the eye catches, the little commercial break things. That's where I always think of like other animators and stuff that I love. Like if I were to bring in Bassett or any other animator or artist that I love, it's like, well, I want this person to do like an eye catch. But yeah, that
would be awesome. Or like a multiverses episode where it's like fighting every other indie pilot.
Oh god. I've seen people have drawn fan art of that sort of thing, and I'm like, should I retweet that? I'm really flattered, but you just have Gogo just punching in the head of like another indie animated series character, and I'm like, will they be upset if I retweet that? You know.
I don't know if this last one's like a reference, so I might be like uncultured, but if it is, apparently your grandma in 2005 wants to know why you're such a handsome lad. Is that a reference?
I have no idea.
Okay. No More Child. I was like, what the fuck does this
She's
mean?
long dead. That lady. Why am I so well?
In 2005, did she call you a handsome lad? And then like
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe this is like an emotional moment, memory coming back. Maybe she did before she passed.
Okay.
I say the reason why I'm so handsome is because I got the genes from you, Grandma. There you go.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I didn't know. I was like, do I read this question? I don't know if this
means
like anything
personal.
Yeah. Who wrote this? Who wrote this?
Well, my grandma, evidently.
No, I guess so. They found my Newgrounds post. But yeah, that is everything I've got. I just want to say like thank you so much for coming on here, dude.
Hell yeah. Hopefully I answered every question satisfyingly.
Yes,
hopefully I didn't waffle too
satisfactory.
much.
Yeah, I have a survey and I'm gonna write that you did good.
Hell yeah. Perfect.
Thank you so much for tuning in for the people watching on Newgrounds or YouTube. And yeah,